Hello, hello, hello. Greetings to you all.
We are happy to see you people again.
Very, very happy. I don't know if you are aware that our two YouTube channels, both Takpo TV and UG Tunes, were hijacked by some hackers, and they placed all our videos on private so that no one could see them.
Yes, and they uploaded their own video, which they were using to scam people.
Unfortunately for them, YouTube was notified and the channels were suspended. Thanks to people like Mr. Caleb, the owner of Caleb Tunes and Dave Tunes, and also a big thanks to Tree Comedy. They were the ones who worked behind the scene and informed YouTube about the developments and were able to contact YouTube to recover both channels.
They changed our channel's name, the logo, even the background image, and they put their own there. You people should be careful with these scammers. So.
Yes, if you are a content creator out there and you own a YouTube channel, please don't click any link anyone sends to you for any reason whatsoever, because once you do, they will download malwares to your computer and hack you. Some people got hacked and it took them like months before they got their channels back. For some, they never get it back. But we give thanks to God Almighty and friends like Mr. Caleb Tune and Tree Comedy. You can check their channel through the link in the description.
That is why they say a good friend is better than a bad brother.
Where did you hear that?
Uncle Shay, you know that me I know a lot of proverbs. See, if I want to write proverbs now, even Oxford Dictionary will be coming to me to borrow them some self.
I see. So thank you for always being there for us, and sorry for not posting last week. It was a result of the hack. But we are back and wiser, and we promise that there won't be any break in transmission anymore.
Uncle Shay, you know that it is IG of police that was saying transmission.
That is why we are talking about the police today. I'm sure we are all aware of what has been going on concerning the Nigerian police force, especially the ones they call SARS.
Uncle, those people are legalized armed robbers. So me, I used to see some of them wearing jeans and polo, and they will be carrying guns.
There's a lot to be talked about in Nigerian police, especially these SARS guys. I don't understand why someone will wear a pair of jeans and polo and carry a gun and harass people on the road. How am I supposed to differentiate between a policeman and an armed robber? What kind of country are we living in, for God's sake?
Even in my school, if you do not wear uniform, they will not allow you to enter.
You can imagine. Then a whole police force that is supposed to teach people discipline are the ones breaking the law. Then they want to penalize civilians when they break the law. Do you show people example? In Lagos, they will tell you don't follow one way, and if you do, it attracts a fine of 25,000 naira. But when there is traffic, you see police vehicles going one way.
Not as if they are pursuing thief or they are going for a distress call.
Going for what? They are just demonstrating being above the law. A lot of these things have been happening, but sometimes they say if you can't beat them, you join them. So it looks like we've become used to the system and we live with it. Police have been killing people on their own accord. They extort money from people. There are even some cases where they rent guns to armed robbers to go and rob. Yes, it happens. People have become scared of the police. Once they stop you, they must look for one way to incriminate you so they can extort money from you. Is that the work of a policeman? Are they supposed to even collect money from people directly?
Uncle, one man was saying that he has a brother who was very gentle and quiet, and he was a just person too. He didn't used to like partiality or cheating, but after he joined police force like this, if he tell you to sit down somewhere, you better run, because truth has died from his mouth.
Yes, that man is not lying. I don't know the orientation they give them. Please, if a policeman stops you on the way and asks you to come and open your boot for search, please don't claim big man and sit down in the car for him to search the boot. Come down, walk to your boot and open it for them to search. And also monitor them, because some of them have exhibit with them and they can plant it in your car and turn around to accuse you.
Yes, so it happens so.
Yeah, if you are traveling and you are carrying money, you prefer to meet an armed robber than the Nigerian police.
Hey!
Yes, because an armed robber will collect your money and let you go.
Some will even ask you to choose your money or your life.
Yes, but the police will kill you, take away your money, and plant guns in your pocket and label you an armed robber. Let me share this experience with you. Sometime last year, one of my colleagues told me this story. In his church, they used to go for prison evangelism. They go to different prisons to visit the inmates, share the word of God with them, pray for them, and share some gift items with them. So on this very occasion, they went to do their business as usual. And as he was leaving the prison yard, someone called his name.
Hey!
He was so surprised who would know him inside the cell.
Abi, his village people are at work.
So he turned and saw this guy who was his church member, and he was even working in the same department where he worked in the church as a volunteer. He could hardly recognize him because his skin had become chapped and even his complexion was darker, and he had also lost body weight.
Oh!
It was through his face that he recognized him. So he asked him what happened. Why was he there? So the guy narrated his ordeal, and he said that he had an encounter with a keke na pipe guy. So the guy was owing him change. So in the process of exchanging blow, the keke driver collapsed. That was how he found himself there.
Oh!
For that guy, he has not even been sentenced yet. And that is how many people will be there for 10 years and so on, and they haven't even started serving their jail term.
That one, I am sure even his family doesn't know where he is. Oh.
How would they know? That guy's story is even on the better side. Let's say he caused his predicament. Now, this my colleague told me of another guy that they met there another day, and the guy also narrated his own story, how he got there. Although this other one I'm about to talk about, they got a lawyer to get him out. So this other guy, his own story was that one evening after work, he just went to one bar at Kuramo Beach in Lagos. So they were there just chilling out to shed off the stress of the day with a bottle of beer or two. Before they knew it, police raided the place and captured all of them. Although some people escaped, but he was among the unlucky ones who were not smart enough to escape. But for him, who didn't even know what was going on, that was how he found himself as a victim in police van.
Just like that. What did they arrest them for?
Is there any reason? Fela Nicola Pokuchi sang a song. Their regular trademark.
Them live sorrow, tears and blood. Them regular trademark.
That is one of the ways they used to make money.
Ha! It is a wow.
So as they were going, the police officers started asking them to bail themselves.
Bail themselves for what crime?
The crime of freedom of movement.
Hey!
So some of them who had 4,000 naira they gave, some had 5,000 they gave to the policemen. So for those one they were released. Unfortunately for that guy, and just like some other guys who were remaining, he didn't come there with much money. What he had left with him after buying the drink was just his transport fare home, which was less than 1,000 naira. That was how they took him to the station. And when they get to the station, they will write anything against your name. They can say you stole, they can just write anything against you and implicate you and put you in the cell. And you just be there innocently for crime you never committed.
Oh!
That is how many innocent people are in prison today just because of the corrupt system of the Nigerian police force. Some people will tell you it's just a few bad eggs.
It is not few.
It's not some people. We are not saying that there are no good policemen out there. There are. But the police system is corrupted. And to solve this, I don't think that you have to allow the police to sanitize themselves. It can never work that way. So, Mr. President, there are bodies that should be put in charge of the Nigerian police force to sanitize the system. Bodies like Ministry of Police Affairs and others. I myself have been a victim of the Nigerian police brutality before.
Eh? Hey! Uncle Janos, did they flog you?
Let me talk. It's you they will flog.
Ah, Uncle, it's a question now. Why are you provoking? So what happened?
I remember back in the days when I just came to Lagos and I was working in Osborne in Ikoyi then. And it was a mini factory where they produced building materials like blocks, paving stones and other things. So my house was far away from that place, and to minimize the cost of transportation, I and some of my colleagues used to sleep in the factory from Monday till Saturday, and we go home on Saturday evening and come back on Monday morning. So on that fateful night, I was sleeping and I heard a knock on the door.
Hey! I'm robbers.
They said it's police, open the door. I opened the door and I saw that my colleagues had already been arraigned there. That was how they took all of us, they packed us to Obalende police station and they locked us up.
Ah!
That was my first time of visiting the police station in my life. In the morning, they came to my place of work and reported to my boss that they came and found us outside around 1 a.m. in the night. That was why they arrested us, which was a lie. But do you know that each of us was bailed with 10,000 naira each for doing nothing, for just sleeping in our house? And they do that a lot. Some commercial sex workers, sometimes they will just go there and pack them and go and lock them up and call it. They just find a way to extort money from people.
Are you serious?
Yes, for committing no crime. This has been going on for a very long time. It has eaten deep into the system of the police force. How about COVID-19 pandemic? They used it to make money like mad. I traveled to the east during that time. I had once traveled from Lagos to the east, and I remember we left Lagos like around 7 in the morning, and by 12 noon we had already reached Onitsha Bridge. But during this pandemic, we got to Onitsha Bridge around 6 p.m. because every kilometer there's a police checkpoint, and some even less than a kilometer you see a checkpoint there. They extorted money from motorists, causing unnecessary traffic and delays. It's crazy.
How can you be scared of people that are supposed to be securing your life?
You can imagine that. Many people in the police today are not there because they want to serve. It's as a result of unemployment, so they just found their way there so they can use it to make money. Even armed robbers haven't killed people up to the number that police kill.
And they will tell you that it is accidental discharge.
Very correct. Or stray bullet. Accidental discharge that cannot face the ground or your fellow policeman. All accidental discharges have always been directed to the poor civilians. Anyway, if we want to talk about this, we'll talk from morning till night and it will never end. All we just want to say is, whoever's in charge, please, we are all human beings. Police should also remember that they have children at home. Remember that you have sisters. Remember that you have daughters. Remember that you have sons. You have brothers. Whatever you are doing to other people, someone else might do it to you tomorrow. It might not be directly the way you are doing it to other people. So, whatever we sow is what we reap. So please, let's be careful how we handle other people who have the same fundamental human rights as we have. We are all Nigerians. And mind you, all civil servants are paid from the country's funds, which is generated through either mineral resources or people's tax. So the people you are maltreating, the people you are killing, the people you are brutalizing, they pay tax, which is used to pay your salary. So indirectly, these same people you are brutalizing are the ones paying your salary. Because whether you like it or not, everybody that buys something, if you buy fuel, if you buy in the supermarket, sometimes you buy things and they print your receipt and you see VAT. That is value added tax. So we pay tax. You enter a public transport, you pay the conductor. The conductors buy tickets and receipts from local government people that gets to the government funds. So we all pay tax, and our taxes are used to pay these people, and the same people are making us slaves in our own country. Please, this has to stop.
Thank you for joining us today. Please tell us in the comment section if you have had any bad encounter with the Nigerian police force before. Also, if you have a good encounter, don't forget to tell us. So every bad story have a good side too. See you next week on another episode. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and like our Facebook page. Also like and share. Bye bye.